Let's talk about Navy Fed credit card stacking. This is a potentially lucrative, a potentially rewarding exercise if you know how to do it. And in today's conversation, I want to give you the step-by-step you need to follow if you want to get it right, you want to get it done right. The first thing you need to do is you need to actually have a clear idea about all the kinds of credit cards that Navy Fed currently has, okay? Because before you can do the credit card stacking, you need to know which cards you're working with. So let me quickly I want to walk you through the different credit cards that Navy Fed has right now. So you have the Cash Rewards card. So the Cash Rewards card is great because it's great for cash back. So you actually can earn up to 1.75% cash back on all purchases. And this card is great for families. It's great for folks who actually spend a lot on all kinds of purchases, a diverse array of purchases. So that's the Cash Rewards card. The other card I want to share with you is a Navy Fed More Rewards American Express cards. This card is great when it comes to if you are looking for points on gas and transits. For instance, you can get 3x points on gas and transits. You can also get 3x points at restaurants and 1x points on everything else. And so the card actually allows you to maximize your everyday spending with points, okay? And this card is great for families. This card is great for business owners. This card is great also for independent contractors because, see, for instance, you can earn points when you go with clients to restaurants, for instance, getting a 3x points. It's just fantastic. The third card I want to share with you when it comes to Navy Fed, you have the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards card. This card is great if you are willing to earn 3x points for every dollar you spend on travel and 2x points on everything else. So the card is really fantastic for those who love traveling, okay? So that's the third card, the third Navy Fed card. The fourth card is the Go Rewards. The Go Rewards card is kind of cool also if you are trying to earn X points on things like restaurants, gas, and also on everything else. So you are basically earning more on the go. This card is great not only for families, but also for independent contractors, business owners, and solopreneurs in general, okay? And the last card I want to share with you when it comes to Navy Fed is the Platinum. Now, the Platinum is actually the bottom of, this card has no real rewards, but it's still worth it anyway. The card actually has a very low APR, 11 to 18%. It's just fantastic. The last card is the N Rewards secured card, but that card, you can't really use it for the credit card stacking. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. So when we talk about Navy Fed credit card stacking, I just sort of familiarize you with different credit cards that you have with Navy Fed. Now you need to really have a clear idea about the prerequisites. So before you want to do, before you can do a Navy Fed credit card stacking exercise profitably for you and your family, you need to actually have a little bit of the prerequisites. You got to really maintain at least a credit utilization ratio of 30%. Otherwise, the whole conversation is not going to help you, because if you start doing Navy Fed credit card stacking with multiple credit cards and you don't have like a CUR of 30% or less on each card that you have, you are getting into trouble. I'm talking about big trouble, because what will happen here is that Navy Fed will find out and they will actually either lower your credit limit or they will just close accounts altogether. And they have been known to close credit card accounts in the past, and they're not even thinking about it like that. So you really want to maintain a CUR of 30% or less. Same thing for DTI. Make sure that you are controlling your financials. We're talking about your financial metrics, okay? And the CUR and your DTI are two important metrics that you need to pay attention to. And you always have the DTI, by the way, is your debt to income ratio. Your CUR is your credit utilization ratio. Those two criteria really are like the hallmarks of your financial credit history, okay? So make sure that you keep them at 30% or less. And one thing I want to say also is that you got to really make sure that you find out what your internal credit score, your internal score at Navy Fed is. Now, Navy Fed is not going to give this to you. They're not going to reveal it to you if you just call them up. There are ways where you can actually find out. You can actually apply for a business. You can apply for a personal loan, a personal line of credit. In geographies where they still offer personal lines of credit, you can apply for a credit card, and through the credit application process, they will reveal to you what your internal score is in Navy Fed. and your internal score goes from 100 to 450. Okay, so I'm just giving you the 3 most important prerequisites you need to pay attention to before you engage in credit card stacking. Otherwise, the whole conversation, the whole thing is going to be to your disadvantage. And you do not want to engage in credit card stacking, especially at Navy Fed of all places, if you're not in a solid position. Okay, because with the Navy Fed, you want to establish a long-term relationship so that you can actually parlay that relationship into all kinds of credit activities. Even when you are trying to buy a house, you're trying to buy a car, either for business or personal purposes. Okay, so CUR 30%. You want to have DTI 30%, and your internal score, credit score, your internal Navy Fed score, make it as high as possible. Okay, it has to be as far away from 100 and as close as possible to 450. Also, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about the Navy Fed credit card stacking. How do you do it? How do you profit from it? So now that I explained to you what the credit cards are and what the prerequisites are, let's talk about the stacking scenarios. So when you think about Navy Fed credit card stacking, you have all kinds of scenarios that you want to contemplate. Here is the first Navy Fed credit card stacking scenario number 1. So you have cash rewards. So you have the cash rewards, and then you actually couple that with the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards. This is kind of cool. And the thing is that when you think about the cash rewards, I've already established the fact that cash rewards is for cashback purposes, right? If you want to earn cashback through Navy Fed, you basically go with the cash reward. So you can earn up to 1.75% cashback on all purchases, and you can redeem as soon as you can. This card is great because it allows families, it allows all kinds of individuals, families to actually profit from the very generous cashback program the Navy Fed has. You are able to also earn $250 bonus cashback and a one-time $98 statement credit for an annual Walmart Plus membership. So you have all kinds of possibilities. The reason why this stacking is good, again, I'm talking here about the cash rewards plus the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards, is because when you think about it, the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards allows you to earn 3x points for every dollar you spend on travel and 2x points on everything else. Think about it. You're not only getting cash back on your regular purchases, but you're getting also points for things like travel. And so this is great if you are a family, like a travel-oriented family, or a travel-oriented person, and you want to actually win on both sides. This is really good. So the combo here is that you want to have Visa Signature Flagship, and you want to have cash rewards. So this is the first Navy Fed credit card stacking scenario that you want to contemplate. This is great for folks who want to actually earn at the same time cash rewards, but also travel rewards. This is kind of cool. Like maybe you can finance a family vacation or somewhere in Punta Cana, or you can actually think about actually accumulating enough points that you can actually parlay into something else. But this is really good. What we love about the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards is that you are able to earn 30K bonus points, a free year of Amazon Prime, and a one-time annual fee waiver. So this is really great. So overall, a great combo here. So just remember that. So you have Navy Fed Signature Flagship Rewards plus the cash rewards. It's the first credit card stacking scenario. Scenario number 2, when it comes to Navy Fed credit card stacking, we're talking here about the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express card, and you have here the Go Rewards. Let me explain to you why. First of all, when we talk about the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express card, here is a card that allows you to maximize your everyday spending with 3x points at supermarkets, 3x points on gas and transit, and 3x points at restaurants, and 1x points on everything else. So when you think about this Navy Fed More Rewards, you are basically thinking about accumulating a lot of rewards, okay? So supermarkets, purchases, gas and transits, restaurants. This card is great for families. It's great for individuals also who are interested in actually accumulating points. And so you also can earn 20K bonus points when you spend $2,000 within 90 days of account opening. Plus, you can get a one-time $98 statement credit when you pay $49 or more for an annual Walmart Plus membership, okay? So that's for the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express card. So you want to pair this card to you want to pair it with the Go Rewards card. Why? Because the Go Rewards cards allow you to earn more on the go. So basically you're getting 3x points at restaurants, 2x points on gas, and 1x points on everything else. Here, what we see here is that there is a coincidence. Those two cards are really coincidental. They are coincidental in terms of in terms of the purpose, in terms of how you accumulate points. The only thing is that you earn more points when you are on the American Express card and when you are on the Go Rewards. Now, when you actually pair those two cards up, you are actually doubling. You are actually doubling. You are multiplying your reward program, your reward potential. This is really cool, especially for families, for individuals who really want to accumulate rewards real fast. So this Navy Fed credit card stacking scenario number 2 is really powerful because, again, as I just said, you are able to actually combine, like you can have the same purchase. For instance, when you purchase at restaurants, you get 3x points on the Go Rewards, and you get the same 3x points on the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express. The only thing is that you get way more rewards on the American Express card. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So you are basically doubling your rewards as soon as possible. And also, what we love about this card is that you can earn 15,000 bonus points when you spend 1,000 within 90 days of account opening. I'm talking about the Go Rewards. So overall, a fantastic opportunity. Really fantastic. Plus, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Navy Fed credit card stacking, and I'm just explaining to you how to do it and how to profit from it. Let me introduce you to Navy Fed credit card stacking scenario number 3. So here, what we are going to pair two cards, the Platinum card and actually the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express card. Let me explain to you why. When you think about the Platinum card has no rewards, has no cashback, has nothing at all. The only advantage of having a Platinum card is actually to enjoy the low APR, because the APR on that card goes from 11% all the way to 18%. When you think about it, when you close your eyes, think about it. If you're a family, if you are an individual, if you want to enjoy a low APR on a high level credit card from a credit union such as Navy Fed, you want to go with that. Why do you want to go with this? With a Platinum card, you can actually save big on balance transfers with a low intro APR on this card. And so if you're thinking about having a balance transfer and at the same time actually having rewards on the go, then you might want to think about the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express, because this is a card that I just told you about. This card allows you to actually maximize your everyday spending with points, 3x points at supermarkets, 3x points on gas and transits. You have 3x points at restaurants and 1x points on everything else. So when you think about it, you have the Platinum for cash transfer, for balance transfers. And then you have the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express for your everyday spending, while actually doubling your potential in terms of rewards. It's just fantastic. It's really fantastic, especially when you think about when you think about the Platinum. The Platinum is there because the Platinum, first of all, has no annual fee, so you're not paying $49 or $98. Okay, and so you also have the ability to actually get a high limit if you have good credit. So you want to use this card, the Platinum card, for large purchases paid off over time. So because see, when you have the Platinum, you do not use the Platinum for everyday purchases. That's where the Navy Fed More Rewards card is for, because that card allows you to accumulate rewards. What you use the Platinum for, balance transfers or for large purchases. If you can use it for large purchases that really do not accumulate any points for you. That's the strategy you need to have. So third credit card, Navy Fed credit card stacking scenario, you have the Platinum plus the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express card. I want to talk to you about Navy Fed credit card stacking scenario number 4. So you have the cash rewards, and then you want to pair up that card to the Go Rewards. Let me explain to you why this is a fantastic combo here. When you think about cash rewards, I think I have established that before. You are thinking about cashback, right? Cashback all the way 1.75%. And we're talking about all purchases. There's no like, only purchases for restaurants or supermarkets or gas and transit. No, it's everything. So 1.75%, a flat rate. Okay. So think about it. So if you already have that 1.75% flat rate, you can actually have you can actually double your rewards. So you have the cashback rewards, but you can also actually take advantage of rewards on other things. For instance, you get 3x points at restaurants, 2x points on gas, and 1x points on everything else. The reason why you can't actually have the cash rewards in some cases and the American Express rewards is that it might be a little difficult for you to be approved for, unless you have a long established relationship with NavyFed. But this combo I'm talking to you about is great for families, but it's also great for business owners, because think about it. You can actually use the NavyFed actually, like if you don't qualify for the Go Business Rewards, you can use this cash rewards for business purposes. And of course you do it like temporarily, but you are able to get 1.75%. So that's for all the cash back, but then you actually accumulate more through restaurants, gas and transits and everything else. So this is just a fantastic combo. What we love about the Go Rewards also is that this card actually has a relatively low APR. So this makes the credit card stacking really interesting. You're looking at 14% to 18% when you really think about it. This is pretty good for all kinds of credit scores, even credit scores that are fair. Like if you have a FICO score that goes from 600 to 650, you can still qualify for the Go Rewards. So overall, this is a fantastic scenario to really consider. So think about it, you will love it. So I've actually just shared with you 4 NavyFed credit card stacking scenarios, right? And you have probably noticed that in each scenario, I've been talking to you about 2 cards. The question is, can you stack 3 NFCU credit cards? And then the second question is, should you even do it? Now, first of all, let's go back again to, we want to analyze the credit cards that we have, so we have a clear idea what we're talking about. So when you talk about the credit cards at NavyFed, right, I want to really quickly remind you, you have the cash rewards, that's for cashback. You have the NavyFed More Rewards American Express card. This is actually for more rewards. So you have X points you have 3X points at supermarkets, gas and transits, and restaurants. And then you have the flagship. Flagship is great for travel. You have the Go Rewards. The Go Rewards is actually great. It's kind of similar to the NavyFed Amex card. So you get 3X points at restaurants, 2X points on gas, and 1X points on everything else. Then you have the Platinum. The Platinum is for everyday expenses. So the question is, if you were to, first of all, can you stack more than 2 cards? Can you stack 3 credit cards? Yes, you can. The question is, should you? Yes, you can. Now, should you or should you not depends on your personal situation. I have no idea what your situation is, but the thing is, you can. So when you think about it, you can have, for instance, the Platinum card for balance transfers. You can have the cash rewards for cashback, and you can have either the Go Rewards or the flagship. If you are into travel, then you can have the flagship, or you can have the Go Rewards or the Amex card. If you are going after, let's say, rewards at supermarkets, on purchases at supermarkets, and also purchases at gas and transits, or you want to have like everyday expenses. So it's really up to you. But yes, the question is, can you stack 3 NFCU credit cards? You can. Should you? Well, again, it depends on you. So, but the question is, as you are stacking, if you want to stack 3 credit cards from NavyFed, be very clear about the 3 things that I listed earlier when I talked about your NavyFed internal score, your CUR, and your DTI. Because when those starts going down, I'm talking about all the 3, either of the 3. If any of them is starting to go down, you are really in big trouble, because you are going to find yourself all of a sudden having a high DTI, a high CUR. So your credit utilization ratio will be really high, because you are trying to do a credit card stacking. And you realize that you are all of a sudden you are looking you are looking at a CUR of 40% or a CUR of 50%, this is kind of high. And this is going to jeopardize your relationship, your standing with your status with Navy Fed, and it will start lowering your credit card limits. And if you have lower limits, that's even going to jeopardize your CUR even more, right? Your CUR can go over that from 50% to 70%. And you do not want to be in this dangerous zone. So what I'm trying to say here is that, simply because you can do it doesn't mean that you should do it. It's at the end of the day, it's all a matter of actually analyzing your financial situation and seeing exactly whether this is the right move for you. Basically, when you do credit card stacking, either at Navy Fed or elsewhere, you need to actually look at the rewards. You got to look at the rewards, but you got to look at cards that you should have you would have gotten anyway, right? Because see, when we talk about that, I want to quickly talk to you about the pros and cons of credit card stacking. So when you get the pros, you are able to get multiple welcome offers. You can maximize your earn rate, and you have free benefits. But you also have to think about the cons, because your credit score may decrease. You will have multiple cards to manage, and you may spend more, right? But as long as you have financial discipline, you are able to actually analyze things clearly and with the clarity of mind, then you shouldn't have any problem at all. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate today's conversation. I was just quickly talking to you about Navy Fed credit card stacking, how to do it, how to profit from it. And I hope you enjoyed today's conversation. I spoke to you about the 5 cards that you have at Navy Fed, how to what kind of scenarios you have. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.